Okay, so I want to introduce a piece of equipment that every pit bull owner should own. It's called a break stick or a bite stick. Now, the reason why pit bull owners in particular should own this piece of safety equipment is because pits were bred not just for fighting, but also for bull baiting. Now, what they would do is they would, go after the bull, and they would actually hang down from the bull. So when they were suspended in the air, they wouldn't let go. They were selectively bred for that purpose. So this goes way back in their lineage. They don't do that anymore, thankfully, but it's still there. And really, they're tenacious dogs, and they're incredibly strong. Okay, so you got a high caliber breed, or really any dog owner, regardless of whether or not their dog has aggression issues, should own one of these in case of attack. Okay, so it's a basic piece of safety equipment, but it's particularly relevant for pit bull owners because of their lineage. Their jaws don't lock. That's a popular myth. I hope that doesn't need to be explained. I don't think that there's any animal on the planet that actually has a locking mechanism in their jaws. It's a silly thing that like a child would come up with. I don't know how that took root in popular culture, but anyway, that's why they tend to, when we say they lock when they bite, we're not being literal, okay? But they don't let go. And if you hit a dog when he's locked onto another dog in a fight, and you could crack something over their head, it might, very often, if it's a really aggressive, high caliber dog, it will make it even worse. Makes them even more charged up. So you have a few options, and I want to make another video, a separate video, on how to properly break up a dog fight. Now, one of the ways that you're supposed to do it is you grab them by their back legs, pick them up, kind of wheelbarrow them, and you kind of spin out of it. Most of the dogs, when they're suspended like that, up in the air, reduces the amount of damage they can do. And many of them will let go automatically. Now, pits tend not to, though. So you have a few options with pits. Now, you could choke the dog out. If a dog can't breathe, he can't fight, and that's a life or death type of thing, obviously. But one of these can help tremendously. And you don't want to use your hands to pry a dog's jaws open. You could lose the tips of your fingers. It hurt real bad. People do all the time breaking up dog fights. I don't know what the percentage of dog bites are from people breaking up fights, but I bet with adults it's really, really high. So I just very easy. Imagine this is the dog's jaws. You slide it in sideways and then turn it. It's easy. Just go boop, boop. Now, ideally, how you would do that, say she was locked onto a dog right now, you would want to, if you could drive I'm not going to do it to her for real, but drive your knee kind of into the back of her neck or skull area with all your weight, then sneak it in, okay, and they're going to be intensely locked on, then boop, twist it, sharp, baby. And this particular thing, it's not even aversive. You're just prying the jaws open. So that's why I don't mind doing that to her right now. But you could just sneak it in too if they're right there. But the best way, and the way where you have most control over them, where they're not moving around side to side, it's kind of like on cops when they're like too rough with the dude, and they're just like boom. Well, this is life or death, and that's actually how you would do it. You use all your weight, lean down on them so they're not moving, and then put it in. And then turn. It's nicer than choking them out, and this is the type of thing that can save a life. And if you own a dog, you should really own one of these because it can save their life. If you got a really crazy dog too, not a bad idea to have bear mace. Hope for the best, train for the best possible outcome, be super proactive, but always, part of being proactive is to be always prepared for the worst case scenario. And really, the best way to avoid a fight, or the best way to win a fight, and to keep your dog safe, is to avoid one altogether. Unleash introductions. It has to be the number one cause of dog fights. That and dog parks. Doggy daycare, unleash dog introductions, and dog parks. Just don't do it. It's not people's fault. It's not owners' fault. They don't know any better. But I'm telling you, it's just the worst possible thing you can do. Don't do it. Right, Nico? You would never bite anything. All right, that's it.
Okay, baby.